Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is just by way of a little side project. I meant to do this several years ago and I forgot about it until I was talking to Nick from the Baron Flights this morning. We talk about weird stuff. But this project is called a chase cam. What happens is you have a camera behind your aeroplane, 15, 20, 30 foot perhaps behind, and it's as if you're following it. Now, if you Google chase cam, you'll see videos of paraglider pilots using them and making them, and you can buy them ready-made, of course, but we don't do that. We make our own. The ready-made ones look like a bigger version of a shuttlecock. This is what I'm going to use. Another chap online used something like this, so I'm going to try and make a bottle one. Basically, it's you mount your camera, in my case the Mobius, in your bottle. You have some holes cut around the front to let the air in. You cut the base off, and then a couple of strings maybe go into the wingtips that hold it firm, and as you're flying along, so you get this image of what you're filming. That's the theory. Takeoff is interesting, of course, because you've got to maybe let this go at just the right moment. I don't know, or I just had a thought actually before I switched the camera on. You perhaps you could mount it on a little dolly, so as it took off behind, I don't know. And of course landings can also be quite exciting. That was my rough sketch I did for Nick. We wondered if you could use a windsock, which might do the trick, I don't know. Anyway, I've seen the chap do this online, so something similar, so let's have a go, shall we? Look at that, that's actually not bad for an initial test, is it? Now I've got to cut some holes in there. I've left the little flanges on to just give that edge a little bit of stiffness. So that's the idea, but I'm going to cut out every other one. So I'll be back in a minute. I think that will clear that quite nicely. So there we are. So what I've got to do is to work out string attachments. It also has to balance, by the way, when it's on the toe line, which is where your string attachment has to be. So I've got to put my string attachment back here somewhere to get the central gravity right. But before I do any of that, I've got to work out how I'm going to fix this securely. I'm just roughing up the inside of the bottle where the bolts would potentially go into glue. I've made two holes and put a little ply strengthener each side, and hopefully it should be on the centre of gravity. Was when I was trying it earlier, so it probably still is. And I found some kite string, which is quite fine but obviously very strong. And I've got a slip knot in it so as I can put it over a wing and just pull it tight. I've got two, so as I can put one each wing. So all I've got to do now is to thread this through. I was trying to think of a way to safely launch this. It's going to be a challenge. There you go, perfect balance, or near enough. There you go. And I got the balance by getting a knife blade and just poking it onto each side, and because the point of the knife blade is very fine, just moving backwards and forwards slightly till I found the balance point. The benefits of this is it's see-through. I can see the cameras working, so I'm going to hook that over each wing. And like I say, the problem is going to be it might take off. I mean, it might. I don't know if it will turn on itself like this. Perhaps it will. Perhaps I need a fin. I don't know. It should be alright. If it does turn, it should sort itself out. But it's sort of round, so it might just pull itself along until it gets in the air. It's not going to balance itself. So we'll just have to see how we get on. If it works, it works. This is how you make a chase cam. But don't quote me on that until we've seen if it works. The manufactured one is like a shuttlecock, and it comes out in like a, which must hold it a bit more stable, I guess. But we'll see how we get on with a plastic bottle. Cheers, guys. Thanks for looking in. I don't know. Cliff. Right, I've got to take the camera off now to fit it in the bottle. Kite cord going down to each wingtip. And I've got a slip knot here, which is just tightened up on the wing and held in place with a bit of electrical tape both sides. So now when I pull it back, the launch will be the fun thing. I pull it back to here, it's like that. So we'll see. It's going to be a lark. So that's recording. So it does balance on the centre of gravity, but I mean obviously it's stronger at the front. But we'll do a sort of a practice fall or something, you know.
Well, that should work like that, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just come out my fingers then.
Yeah. Let's go this side and change the string. We'll just have a bit of fun. Now it's not ideal conditions. Oops. You stepped on it. Pull the slack up a bit. It's not ideal conditions, but if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it won't work. If it doesn't work, the plane will crash and that'll be the end of it. Right, mind the wires. Right, okay. Let's take the slack up and make sure it's equal. It's probably going to crank me on the back of the head, isn't it?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, you going to run or you just launch it?
So that was the first try, guys. What I'm going to do now is to put in full down trim because I think it's sort of popped hang a bit. Yep. Well, I reckon that was a bit of a roller coaster ride for you guys. The bottle was hanging below the aeroplane quite a lot, but it was pulling it. So we'll look at the video, but I think it's going to be all over the place. But we had one guy launching the model, one guy launching the bottle, and I was standing back trying to control it. So yeah, that's the video. So there we are then, guys, the chase cam experiment. We're wondering if it needs fins on the bottle and maybe longer lines. I can do that, and then we'll give it another go. Cheers guys. If you enjoyed that, don't forget to subscribe for the next chase cam experiment.